Hi, this is Cable. Today's date, the 16th of September 2025, and well, I wasn't going to really do this one, but I thought I should. There was a rally on the 13th of September 2025, which was on a Saturday. It was called Unite the Kingdom. It was led by one of these people here, Valentina Gomez, who in one video caused notoriety. Let me just show you. But what's interesting about her? She is a Colombian American telling us Brits about what's what and what's the problem. Bush will shake. F off out of your country, you nasty, hateful woman. You don't want to go like you polluting our nation. A Belgian protege, Islam is our real enemy. Sending all these people back to the Syrian nations. Elon Musk saying violence is coming to you. You either fight back or you die. On the grand scheme of things, this whole thing is a Psyop. The fact that you've had Elon Musk several weeks saying about Britain, what's going on in Britain with all the other stuff, all the other immigration, migrant boats and the like. He's trying to make up it's all about free speech. But why would a guy from South Africa who's predominantly in America care about what's going on in the UK? Why? He's in the club, just like all these other people. They're all in the club. I mean, it's interesting here. Musk says on this platform on Twitter, he said this on September 7th, the people decide the narrative. You hear all sides of an argument. Really? And this guy called Silly Dilly, I call him Silly Dilly because even though he's a Muslim and he does talk about interesting stuff, I don't follow him. He's just like a lot of people. They're just in the mainstream consensus of mainstream media of things. They never go deep into anything. I mean, I'm never gonna hear him say about 9/11, being a false flag. He's never gonna say that, is he? So here's what Silly Dilly says. On this platform, Elon Musk decides the narrative. You hear mainly his side of arguments. Community notice is supposed to correct everyone, but there's some exceptions. Notes, data, and code is public source. Gronk provides further fact-checking, but can be manipulated or silenced. Well, there you go. Hello, coffee girl. Nice to see you. I'm really glad to see you here. Yeah. Okay, let's go into the geometry of the phrase "Unite the Kingdom." So I'm just talking about they had a rally, these people, and I'm going to bring up some pictures before I go into the decode. Unite the Kingdom rally. Who was there? Let's look at who was there. There's any pictures. Now, this is 150,000 people there. Now, I know people are not going to like this, but while I don't say they're all racist or fascist, the fact that you're having these people lead the rally, these agents of influence, Tommy Robinson, Katie Hopkins, I don't know who this guy is, you have to question why you are attending a rally led by these people. I know you're angry, I get all that. It is an international problem. People are angry what's going on in the world. For all sorts of reasons. Then you're being manipulated by these agent provocateurs, because that's what they are. They're agent provocateurs. This guy's a Mossad boy, this guy here. He doesn't even live in Britain. He lives in Spain. He's a millionaire. Yeah, I'm so happy to see you anyway. I'm very happy. Because I have been missing you in our lives. So yeah, so you got all this going on. I mean, I don't want to dwell on him too much. Let's get to, Unite the Kingdom. That's what it was called, Unite the Kingdom. Well, it's not, really what it is, it's not unite the kingdom. It's divide the kingdom. That's what they're doing, they're divided. It's already, we already a divided country. And then Unite the Kingdom in gematria equals 77, yeah? And Israel is 77 years old. Hey, Tommy, I know you love Israel so much, but why are you doing a rally while Israel is 77 years old? Huh? Can you answer me that, Tommy? Huh? Tommy, that's not his real name, by the way. His real name is Stephen Yaxley Lennon. Yeah, Power 77, Zionist 77. Should we do it 77? I'm not saying religious stuff is bad, I'm just saying how we're being manipulated. So here, 77, Power 77, yeah, Power 77, Zionist 77, should do 77, United Kingdom 77. And Israel is 77 years old. If you don't believe me, let me just show you the date duration. Okay, let's go back here. Well, I sound a bit like I'm fired up. Well, but let's just say it's getting frustrating here because on Twitter, because of Elon fucking Musk. Sorry for my language. The Twitter feed is odd. It shows people I don't follow, people that I disagree with a lot most of the time are on my feed. I don't like it. It's ridiculous. I don't know why it's on my Twitter feed. Technically, actually, I do know why, but it's just a bit strange. Let's go here. Just want to get to the date. Yeah. Date 14th May. All right, the 14th of May. No, not here. Let's go back here. Let's go here. The date calculator. Let's go with the date. The date. Yeah, the date. Right. Let's go with. Just bear with me, please. Let me just refresh that. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed something about my phone. It changed. Now I've got like the app showing in black. Before it was in a lighter format. Now it's all like a darker format. So that's why it looks a bit dark here. But I'm happy with that. 14th of May. It's by the numbers. That's what it is, by the numbers. Yeah. 70 years exact, yeah, this rally happens, yeah. 77 years of Israel. And Zion is 77. And it's been proven without a doubt he's a fraud. Oh, you don't miss. Well, as I say, I did get censored, you know. I did get censored for talking about the Kirk thing. Okay, let's go to something deep. Let's see here. Oh, look, here they are together, these two creeps. So you've got Valentina Gomez, who is a US politician, Colombian, who like used one of those flame things I just got on a religious book. And if you disagree with religion, it's fine. But why do things? I mean, she obviously did it because she's an agent, and so is this guy here. They're both agents anyway. Yeah, more on this guy, Tommy Robinson. Look, here he is. A Zionist shellfest, a fictional character, Tommy Robinson, played by state actor Stephen Yaxley Lennon. They haven't jailed one of their own agents. In other words, if you hear a story about a famous person being jailed, it's most likely the case they're not in jail. So here is Tommy Robinson, and here is Katie Hopkins. This another agent provocateur, because that's what they are. Yeah, she doesn't look good health, does she? But let's just say I think this person's a tranny, to be honest. A fucking man. Yeah, 3 Gaza from Hamas. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, here he is wearing a Mossad t-shirt. Here he is with the IDF. Yeah, this guy's not Mossad. I don't know what to tell you then. If you doubt him. Yeah. Yeah. Here's she again. Here's this guy. Why is a politician from Poland attending a rally? It's supposed to be about British people expressing their anger about what's going on in their country. But why are you having? I mean, this is what I don't get. You got 150,000 people They keep saying it's 3 million. It wasn't 3 million, by the way. That's just bullshit. I'm not trying to downplay 150,000. Well, let me just say this to 150,000 people, Unite the Kingdom rally. Then you've got the other rally, which is anti-fascist, anti-racist rally. They're also being played. Both sides are being played in this whole them versus us scenario. Because these people from both sides, they're not gonna, who's leading it, they're not gonna awake you to what's going on. They're gonna divide you. They're gonna confuse you. They're gonna distract you, and you're never gonna figure out what is going on, what is really going on, who's really pulling the strings. You're never gonna figure out, because you're gonna keep on just getting angry about it, and you're not gonna know. Yeah, I said it. I mean, I don't say these things often. Well, yeah, I think she is too, to be honest. That's another. Well, that is a entirely different rambler hole. It's a controversial one. People do get carried away when they talk about these things. Yeah, this is from Frank. Let me just read it out. He should repeat himself as authorities captured Tyler Robertson, the shooter of this individual, on September 11th. The reason why I didn't mention his name, because I had a video taken down. It got me 9,000 views. I've never had 9,000 views ever on any YouTube video I've ever done, and it looked like things were going up for me. I mean, it might have hit 10,000 views, but then I got censored. But it's not just me getting censored. Obviously. I'm just checking time here, because I'm not gonna stay long. Yeah, the guy that shot this the CK, he got arrested on September 11th of all days, and he's a 22-year-old. What date was Kennedy killed on? Well, he wasn't really killed; it was staged. 11/2/263, and the manhunt took 33 hours when Geometry, Masonry, Secret Police, and Federal all equal 33. So again, you're telling me it's not staged? And here he is, that guy that supposedly passed away. It shows his hand being fake. And look, from what GPT says, the hand in the image does look quite realistic at first glance, but on closer inspection, there are a few signs that suggest it might be a silicone hand or prosthetic. Well, it's a fake body. That's what it is. Something from Dr. Savage. Yeah, he's an underrated guy. Yeah, I'm proud of that. I really am. Actually, you know what? I'm going to read this quick. I want to show you that I got 9,000 views. The amount of people to forget that TV is a stage and the characters are basically costumes and created characters by an author script is insane. By now, you would think the truth community. This is a problem, isn't it? The truth community really needs to rethink what they're talking about, what they're saying. But I suspect many of them are controlled opposition and shills. But then you even got people in Geometry community who I don't follow. I don't want to mention names. Who are themselves are suspect. At least they are not buying into the narrative of this guy that got shot being some kind of a hero, be some kind of martyr. Yeah, you would think the truth community would still believe the show is real. Their deaths aren't any more real than the deaths on the days of a live soap opera. So that's what Dr. Savage is saying. Dr. Savage. Yeah, I like Frank. I do. Yeah. Yeah, Frank. Well, cheers, Frank. Yeah, that sums it up. That sums up. This guy on the left, who's supposed to be in jail, but he's just an actor like him. Different faces, same shit, same employer. Well, yeah, that's what they are. Yeah, interesting. This guy that got shot, he was a member of the secretive Council for National Policy, a group that serves for decades as a hub for a nationwide of network conservatives and donors who support them. Well, the CMP is an interesting one. You heard of the Council for Relations, but you never hear from the alternative media about Council for National Policy. basically the CMP is in effect, as I mentioned before, the right wing of the CFR. So many famous people have been linked to this group, libertarians, a lot of conservatives. One of them was a guy called Cleon Skousen, another who's a uncle of Joel Skousen, plays on the Alex Jones show. There's several other individuals. I'm not going to go into it right now, but I will probably talk about the CMP at some point. Here's another video where he's being questioned by this guy here. CK is being questioned by him about 9/11 and other stuff, and obviously CK is not buying into it. He's just repeating the mainstream narrative. Oh, I'm going to if I can, I'm going to show you. Where is it now? Yes, my email where it shows where I'm getting. Oh, here it is, Coffee Girl. I'm going to show you what happened to me. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. I'll read it out. Content that contains targeted harassment isn't allowed on YouTube. This includes, but not limited to, content that denies or minimizes a well-documented major violent event. This includes denying someone's role as a victim in such an event. Now, it's interesting that video with 9,000 views that got taken down, but I've got other videos on the CK event, and they didn't get taken down. But the one I did with 9,000 views, that got taken down. Isn't that ironical strange? That a video like that got taken down. Doesn't make sense, does it? Yeah, YouTube removal content. Yeah. Well, you're not for free speech, are you, mate? Yeah. You see what I just read out. Sorry. I mean, yeah, they're calling me a denier. Yeah. Interestingly, you had Maria, this is Maria from Instagram, tweet that Trump and Netanyahu tweeted at the same time on the same day, 2:02 p.m. Then you got this guy here, the shooter is 22 years old. Then you got this tweet from the guy that got shot 11 years ago. 11, the prime number of 31, because he was 31 years old on the 22nd. It's all 222 here. Going on here, 222. And also, you got Kirk's name equaling 22 in gematria. Sorry, you have to apologise. Well, oh crap! Why did I do that? I was about to put the camera on. Oh no! You have to say sorry. I mean, it's not just me. I mean, it's not like it's happened to me exclusively. It's happened to King Nico, who's another gematria Dakota. It's happened to him. It's even happened to Zachary Hubbard. I mean, it's happened to him. It's happened to several people, really. It's not just me, which is what I have to stress, because I mean, you gotta ask, why are people? I mean, on Richard, he's talking about a book he made, a book not made by him, but made by somebody else. I mean, no one even knows if this author. Apparently, it's been claimed that no one knows if this person, Anastasia Casey, exists. But who knows, right? Yeah, people try to figure out who is this person. Why was a book written about him? Apparently it's fictional. Yeah, I thought I had some kind of notification. Let me just go back here. Yeah, it is the first. I mean, I've never had that many views. I know my channel isn't that big of a platform, unlike several others. But yeah, finally happened. But then it didn't happen. So we're back to the tweet. The tweet was June the 22nd, 2014, and then the day of the assassination was September 10th, 2025, and then in Jupiter days you get 9,909 Jehovian days. I couldn't say it. I mean, I couldn't even say it before. Which is an upside down 666. And also you got 11 months, 11 weeks, 3 days. 11, 11, 3. You times you times 11, you get 33 for each 11 here. Yeah, Richard, I mean, there are some great people in the community, you know. They do good stuff. So I do try to follow. Yeah, that was Truth Seeker, by the way, when I was quoting that. So he's good as well, Truth Seeker. Yeah, this is a new subscriber. He also does geometry as well. He's got a small channel anyway, a lot smaller than mine. I thought my job was really small, but yeah, look at what he did. 11 years ago, he made those tweets talking about the AR-15 tweet from CK. They said, "Ha, dead at 31, 11th prime, 11 days from the next solar eclipse. 11 times 11 times 11 equals 1,331, and he was dead 1 year, 331 days from the 10/14/23 eclipse." Yes, we were watching a movie and really born bad at that. So, you know, I got a bunch of comments, you know, praising me. I've had people retweet what I'm saying. Yeah, I follow some good people there. Yeah, this is some selected comments I selected. Yeah, some people are praising the video I did. Yeah, I did have. I don't know if it happens often with the researchers like myself, but I had to do a correction where I tweeted that the person that did the killing was an older man, but obviously I retracted it totally because it wasn't the case, because at the time they didn't find who it was before eventually they did. So I had to correct one thing out of the whole video I did. So I did that. So I appreciate the feedback I got from that, because at least it shows we're human. Yeah. It was not obviously it was 2,000 views first. The video my video got addicted. It was 2,000 views after 2 hours, but then after like 4 or 5 hours, it hit 90,000. It hit 9,300 to be precise. Yeah. Okay. I'm sure you know. I'm sure whoever's besides Coffee Girl, I'm sure you know. I don't really follow this guy. I have a lot of reservations about him, but this is like after he was shot, and then he's got this tweet out. Then I see him got a bunch of tweets out which are all positive around him. I can't understand why. I mean, I don't know why. I to be honest, he seems to do weird stuff online. He's got some weird friends online, people that are shills, yeah. Don't know why he's friends with shills. So let's look. This is from Marisa. Shout out to Marisa Parinka. Keep calm, it's all staged. Well, it is. Keep calm. Okay, what was I going to talk about? Yes, this is a diagram showing the Roman Empire's conquest of Britain from 43 to 84. I'm of the opinion now that's the old Roman Empire that's pulling the strings at the top of the pyramid. The ruling dynasty continued directly from which the ancient Roman Empire ruled. So the headquarters of the Roman Empire, or this global elite, is the Crown, or is the Crown Temple, which is in the city of London. The Crown, which is the main apparatus of the Roman Empire. Yeah, it's a conclusion I've come to. It's not a conclusion I wanted to come to, but it is. So you got the crown over there, and you got all these Then you got this think tank called the Chatham House, which has its sister one, which is CFR, and you got like a branch of Chatham House in London, all over the world: Russia, China, Iran, Israel, Japan, and several other countries, and every country around the world. So I'm being a bit quicker because I'm running short of time. It says the British-led global establishment planted itself into the seat of power in London in 47 AD, which still resides today. So it's almost like the Templars and the Roman Empire did not die; they just took on new phrases. And then you see the fascist symbol doing that, people doing that, which was what Nazis do. The Nazi salute. It's the Roman fascist salute is what they're doing. Goes back to the Roman Empire. Here is a Freemason doing that. Here is Donald Trump doing that. Here is Elon Musk doing that. Yeah, Mr. Free Speech. Here is Hitler. It's a very quality picture. I'll assume it's authentic. It does CGI. With the cardinals from the Roman Catholic Church, the Vatican. Obama, Colbert, Kamala Harris, Elizabeth Warren, Hillary Clinton. Why is it when she pops her face like that, she looks like a demon, a demonic, or just man. All three women there. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Just go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she's been on fire on Twitter. She's been attacked by people on Facebook because she's on Facebook. You know, they don't like what she's saying. She is more fed up about this event than me, and she's been very outspoken about it. Because she can't understand why are people mourning over someone they didn't even know. They're treating this. It's almost like they're treating him to the elevation of Princess Diana when you got millions of people crying over an Asian actor, Princess Diana, which I believe she is. So I don't quite understand what they're mourning about. It's a bit strange and weird. And Grok just admitted something here because it's a fact checker. Yeah, the wife of the person that got assassinated is wearing a Masonic ring. Well, the point is they're all in the club, aren't they? I was going to talk about that wall, but whether or not. Now this sums it up again. Trump and the other assassinations are staged psyops created by British intelligence and the CIA. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. While all this is going on, this kind of happened. I don't know if you're aware. A bill's been introduced to revoke passports of US citizens if they criticise Israel. Well, they say it refers to domestic terrorists or whatever, but they're broadening it. They want to make it hard for you to criticise Israel in the United States of America. Oh look, this guy that we were just talking about just now is a producer, writer, and director. True seeker, the world is a stage. See, IMDb is such a useful website to find out about people. If you type it, if you typed in any famous person's name, most likely it'll come out as an actor or something, or writer or producer. Kind of means they're in the entertainment business. Demons, yeah, there's people that I mentioned to you, the demons, yeah, the absolute demons. Demons. What was I going to do? Yeah, this is from Toby. I believe he's from the UK. He says, I'm sincerely thinking of blocking anyone that posting dumb tributes eulogising Freemason and Fabian Group's intel asset. That guy. Nana was an inside joke. COVID was a pandemic, and Charlie say he was not killed. Yeah, there's been a lot of people just paying tribute to him for a guy. There's a party, and let me just to bring up this, because I do like to talk about stuff from the UK, even though a lot of my subscribers are American. But I'll bring it anyway. Currently, right now, this party here, this political party here, they are leading in the polls, even though they're controlled opposition. I don't know if you're aware, he was in the United States, in front of the Senate or the Congress, talking about what's going on in Britain, even proposing to the United States to place sanctions on the UK, even though this guy's from the UK, as I am in the UK. He wants the US to put sanctions on us Brits. For what? Because we're bad? I don't understand. A bit of a treacherous thing to say, that you should have economic sanctions done to your own country. Treacherous. So, speaking of him, they claim to be alternative party, but they're controlled opposition. It says here, the top funder of Reform UK, Christopher Harborne, who's also a citizen in Thailand under the name of Chakra Sekunkrit. He's the largest single shareholder in the arms firm Kunet Tikwik, I can't say that, which exports UAV drones to Israel for use in the Gaza genocide. Well, you know what they say, follow the money, and you will find the truth. It's annoying when it is annoying. But why do people, I would have thought, I'm getting increasingly concerned seeing the new generation of truthers. Even though they put out a lot of good work, and go deep into stuff, they somehow seem to believe that these events are real. I'm not saying everything's fake, everything's fake, everything's a hoax. I'm not saying none of those things, but it just baffles me as to why people just buy into the bullshit here. I don't quite understand it myself. Okay, here's a very good quote from The Protocols of All Things, a controversial book in the eyes of the media. We shall set up our own opposition. Our real opponents at heart will accept this stimulated opposition as their own and will show us their cards. Our soldiers will be convinced of the existence of full freedom to speech. Full freedom for speech. Well, this is the late 19th century. That sums up where we're at right now, both in the mainstream and the controlled alternative media as well. And everywhere generally, you're dealing with this dialectic here. Yeah, well, Alex Jones is one of them anyway. Here's a question. You have the mainstream media even talking about the idea that Israel did it. That Israel killed this guy. And I've even seen legitimate researchers even speculate on this possibility that it was them. It's a guy. He is. I don't want to. I'm not gonna look at his website, but he's a very good researcher. He's got tons of good information about stuff, by real history and stuff. But I do find it suspicious that the mainstream media are even considering that possibility that it was an intelligence agency, the Mossad, that might have killed him. It's a bit strange. I think it makes logical sense to say that it was staged because there's a purpose behind staging events. They want you to talk about it. They want you to mourn this guy. They want you to engage in a non-stop debate over it. I don't want to. I think for the most part, I have moved on from that event. I don't want to keep going on about the same thing. At one point, I do think, oh, not this guy again. It's good to expose it, but we shouldn't spend too much time talking about it. I think that's where. I say this for myself. I don't want to spend too much time talking about one guy because of what happened a few days ago. Because there's so much stuff I want to talk about, so much stuff. So I'd rather just move on and talk about other stuff. But unfortunately, they just keep it in the news about this guy. Yeah. You're clueless. Yeah, pretty much clueless. Yeah. Okay. 3 likes. Yeah, 5 watching. Yeah. Okay. What was I gonna do? What was I gonna add something? Okay. Alright, yeah. You know what? I've got some time. I wasn't gonna go this long, but I'll do it now. Short thread on the origins of this guy here, Mr. Kirk. Turning point. It all started at Prince Michael of Kent Royal's Automobile Club. I'm talking about the British royal family. Prince Michael is also Knight Garter, the highest, most exclusive knighthood of the Crown, Privy Council, and brother of Grand Master of Global Freemasonry. The turning point was funded by Vanguard. You probably heard of Vanguard. I don't have to explain Vanguard, do I? Because I ain't got time to explain Vanguard. You know, one of those notorious financial firms in the world. And the Royal Bank Coutts video on right. Plenty of evidence. Very conservative think tanks tacitly pushing Socialism Heritage Foundation and Turning Point all have links to the UK via Fabian Society, MI6, the Pilgrim Society, and the Chatham House. I mean, look, here's a funny picture of Candace Owens. Charlie Kirk, Turning Point. Michael Farmer, which is the father-in-law of... he's a baron in the UK. He's a father-in-law of Candace Owens. The Koch brothers, the Cato Institute, with right-wing think tanks. Pilgrim Society, Vanguard, Blackstone, Rio Tinto, the British monarchy. I mean, you can't make this up. You really can't. It's always good to know what's... Aya 3 watching 4. Yeah, it's kind of strange. It's almost like they're just downplaying how many people are watching. It is irritating. Okay, yeah, this sums up. Staged and for division, speeding us towards the digital ID and the social credit card system. Yeah, that's the long-term goal. They want to rush in their agenda, which is what they want, which is what it's all about. Alright, I think I'm going to go now. Thanks for joining me, Coffee Good. Thanks for joining me, everyone here. See you guys soon. Have a good night.